evening to listeners and viewers in the Leeward Islands, in St. Kitts and Nevis, obviously the OECS, in the Caribbean. And once we're stepping out of the Caribbean, we then have to start thinking about good morning, good afternoon, good night to you, because in some places today is yesterday, and today is also tomorrow in other places. Welcome to another edition of On the Ball here at WINN FM 98.9. I am Troy Bif Mills, your host, and it is indeed another tremendous pleasure for me to be here with you on the ball. Heard every Tuesday on WINN FM 98.9 from 7 to 9 p.m. And we must start by saying we encourage you in the corporate community to come on board and sponsor the program to ensure the longevity of the program. To do so, you can call 466-9586. That's the marketing department here at WINN FM 98.9. And our marketing agents, our marketing representatives will be definitely glad to assist with any package you would prefer. Anything you need, we have a package to facilitate you. Ideally, we would want you to sponsor the program nightly, I should say, for the entire night, for the entire month, for months. However, if you choose just to sponsor the first Tuesday, that is okay. Or if you want to sponsor the first hour of each program, that is still okay, or the second hour. Whatever you want, give us a call, 466-9586, and we will be able to meet and discuss a package. Or you can contact me, Troy Bif Mills, at 668-2055. And before we get into the meat of the matter, our calling lines are 466-0989. You can also get WhatsApp messages to me, or you can call, if you're calling by mobile, 662-0989. If you're calling from the UK, the number is 033-344-0065. For those in the US of A, 718-285-6984 is the number to call. While those in Canada, we're not leaving you out at all. The number to call from Canada is 305-921-4619. And we remind you that the program is being streamed live on YouTube at www.facebook.com/WINNFM, or on, that's our Facebook, and on YouTube, www.youtube.com/ChaNel/UCENEBMAHKAAEYQ-FBIW. We thank you, of course, for tuning in, because we know you could do most and many things. However, we thank you for choosing WINN FM, making us your station of choice, and being with us at this moment on the program. Tonight, I'm hoping that we're going to have a very exciting program. We were to have a guest. Due to technical matters, we were not able to have that done. But nonetheless, I hope we'll be able to have enough content to bring you up to date. Are you celebrating a birthday today? If so, happy birthday to you. If I could sing, of course, I would sing the happy birthday song, but I love singing, but I'm not a big singer. If I had to sing for a wife, I'll still be a bachelor. And if you're celebrating wedding anniversaries today, happy anniversary to you. If you're celebrating some sort of achievement, you got a new job, and your boyfriend and your girlfriend, a baby, in addition to the family, a car, bicycle, a new set of toenails, a new weave, whatever it is you're celebrating, we say congratulations and hope you enjoy it. On the flip side of that, if the not so positive side, if you're going through a period of bereavement, on behalf of the management and staff of WINN FM 98.9 and the board of directors, and yours truly, the host of On the Ball, I extend condolences to you, your family, your friends, and I pray for your comfort and strength, and hoping that you may find those within the very many moments, positive moments, pleasant moments you would have shared and you will forever cherish. If you celebrated your birthday between last week, Wednesday and yesterday, we say happy belated birthday to you. If it's an anniversary, happy belated anniversary. And also, if you're celebrating between tomorrow and the next week, Monday, happy birthday in advance or happy anniversary in advance. A lot of things happening here in St. Kitts and Nevis. We have cricket, we have football, we have dominoes, and we also have basketball. But let us start with track and field. A lot of things happening in track and field, and the big news is that there has been a postponement, as it were, of the Rams Inter-Primary School that should have started today, actually. However, that did not happen, and we are going to give you some information on that just now. That is because of challenges they have had, and they have issued a press release indicating that that would be coming up sometime shortly. And if we read it, and this was posted shortly after midday today, Tuesday, March the 18th. Caption: SKN Athletics announces postponement of 2025 Rams Inter-Primary and TDC Inter-School Track and Field Championships. Bastia St. Kitts, 18th March 2025. The St. Kitts and Nevis Athletic Associations, SKN Athletic, regrets to announce that the highly anticipated Rams Inter-Primary School Championship and TDC Inter-School Championships have been postponed until further notice. This difficult decision comes after extensive deliberations with key stakeholders, including the Ministries of Education and Sports in both St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as principals and athletic coordinators from primary and secondary schools across the Federation. Despite exhaustive efforts to finalize a feasible date and secure a suitable venue, these critical logistics remain unresolved. SKN Athletics remains committed to ensuring that our young athletes have a fair and competitive platform to showcase their talents and, of course, entertain us. We understand the significance of these events in fostering national pride, athletic development, and school spirit. As such, we continue to work diligently with all relevant parties to confirm a new date and venue that will uphold the integrity and high standards of these championships. We appreciate the patience and understanding of athletes, parents, coaches, and the wider public as we navigate these challenges. Rest assured, our priority is to provide an optimal and safe environment for all participants. We are optimistic that a resolution will be reached soon and will provide timely updates as new information becomes available. So that is a press release, fairly hot off the press, from St. Kitts and Nevis Athletics. It was posted on their Facebook page just after midday today. It's saying it's 7 hours old, and it needed to be, because today should have been the Rams Primary School Championships, the eliminations, which is phase 1. That should have been happening, and it has been on the schedule to have taken place at Kim Collins Track and Field Stadium. And the Rams Primary School Championships, which is the championships proper, that were to have happened on Saturday 22nd and Sunday 23rd March 2025, also at the Kim Collins, but that has been postponed. And the TDC Inter-High School Championship, scheduled for Thursday 27th through to Sunday, 30th March 2025, also at the Kim Collins, that has been, forgive me, postponed until further notice. And please be guided accordingly. A lot of persons would have been looking forward to that. But I could understand what's happening. You want to make sure you have a top quality track. You want to make sure the safety of the athletes, the officials, and of course, the patrons. You want to make sure that can be guaranteed, and the comfort as well. So perhaps a wise decision to actually postpone it. But still in track and field, we must say, come Wednesday, 2nd April 2025, the Golf Insurance Primary School Championships. That will happen at the Nevis Athletic Stadium. For the last few years, I've made efforts to go. I've reached as far or as close as Reggae Beach, which was just 8 minutes away. The boat was there. While heading to the boat, I just changed my mind for whatever reason. So I am yet to visit a golf insurance primary school, or the mini Olympics as they call it. So hopefully this might be the year. I might be able to make it this year, God's spear. But like anything else, we will have to wait and see. And still while we are on track and field, some athletes have made it so far for the Carifta Games, which will be happening down in Trinidad and Tobago, 2025 Carifta Games on Saturday 19th April and Monday 21st April in Trinidad and Tobago. And that is the Easter weekend. Carifta, is always held on the Easter weekend. Friday the 18th of April, that's Good Friday, and Monday the 21st, that is Easter Monday. So far, 22 athletes have made the qualifying standards, heights, distances for Carifta. And I am thinking a few years ago, we had 20 to 25 athletes as well. So this in and of itself is a big number. I'm hoping that we'll be able to have much more success in terms of gold medals. Well, medals on a whole, especially gold medals. And speaking of gold medals, I wonder if I should put out a quiz. Who was the first Kittitian and Nevisian athlete to grab a medal at Carifta Games? One, what's the name? Where is he from? And what type of medal did he or she win? Perhaps, and I'll give it some thought, but that's a question, a little quiz. I'm not certain how many persons know about it. But if we look at an item here also on SKN Athletics Facebook, a triple treat, they're calling it 3 qualifiers. That is the triple treat, that's three qualifiers. Meet our 3 under 20 male shot put qualifiers. Kyle Morton, throwing a distance of 13.98 meters. Earlson Riley, his distance was 13.14 meters. And Delwon Harris, a distance of 13.45 meters. We say congratulations to them, and they would have made it at the qualifiers, the Carifta trials. They would have had over in Nevis on Saturday last. And we're going to get all the names for you as well. But we have another qualifier, Keonje Richards, in the males U20 high jump event. He met the qualifying standard with a jump of 1.9 meters. And we also have, a double whammy, Najib Kelly and Josiah Matthew, who both qualified in the under 17 male 1500 meters. Kelly ran a qualifying time of 4 minutes 33 seconds, and Matthew ran a qualifying time of 4 minutes 35 seconds. We also have Elijah Keynes qualifying in the under 17 females high jump with a jump of 1.55 meters. And we have here with us as well Tajanique Huggins an impressive run of 14.98 seconds in the under 17 females 100-meter hurdles. And there are a few more names. However, 22. And there's still the opportunity to be more, because the deadline to get your final list in terms of the entries, that is on Monday, April 7th. So we have just perhaps a little less than 3 weeks, and SKN Athletics to put on 1 or 2 or 3 meets over the next few weekends to try and get athletes an opportunity, to give them an opportunity, especially since we're not certain when the TDC High School Championships into school will be held, because that's an opportunity to make standards as well. So perhaps I'm expecting that the SKN Athletics will have a meet or 2. Maybe we can come in next weekend to get the athletes up and running and in with a chance to actually have them be a part of the SKN team for Carifta, happening down in Trinidad and Tobago. And we're actually staying on the local scene still. Let us go to football. And we still have dominoes to deal with. And 4 rounds of matches have been played so far in the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association's 2025 season. And boy, all kind of things happening. On Sunday, 16th, Honda Newtown United, they gave Rivers of Living Water a sound thrashing, 11-0. Newtown, it seems as if they are on a rampage this year, and perhaps having a point to prove. Newtown, some may say they may have been flirting with relegation for the past few years. 10 teams in the Premiership, they would have been coming maybe 7th, 6th. However, last year they were 8th. And according to the rules and regulations of the SKNFA last year, the number 8 team in the Premier Division played the number 3 team in the First Division. And the winner meant Premier League, the loser meant First Division. I never, ever did believe in that. I always believe if you want to send up 3 teams, send up 3 teams. If you want to send down 3, send down 3. I never agreed, I never supported, I never was in favor of number 8 in the Premier playing number 3 down below. And to even prove my point, in the 2023 season, Spurs, they were number 8. They lost a lot of games, and they lost by default in at least 1 game. Mantab, they were down in the First Division. They were 3rd. They didn't lose a match at all for the season, the regular season. They played Newtown in the match to determine who goes up or stay up or go down, etc. Newtown defeated Mantab 4-1. So it meant the only game Mantab lost for 2023 was that playoff match, which confined them to the First Division for the 24 season. 24 season they came, they were 3rd again. They played Newtown. However, on this occasion, they probably learned their mistakes and they improved on the previous year. They defeated Newtown. So they were promoted to the Premiership, and Newtown was relegated to the First Division. And that actually marked the end of an era. Newtown, the last team to have gone from First Division to Premier and come back down. Before that season, they were the only team, putting it another way, to have been promoted to the First Division and had not been relegated. So that was something, that was a super record. However, that was not the case last season, 2024 season. They were relegated. So it means then that all teams in over the years playing football in the Premiership have gone down and come up, whatever the case is. So however, this year, they are relentless in their matches. As a matter of fact, if we tell you in the first game, they defeated Unicoma, the Cable Village, Galaxy, And actually, that's just the Trafalgar South Stars rebranded. And they defeated them 3-0. That was their first match. The second match they played, they gave Connery Fireballs a 5-0. So they were increasing. So that's 8 goals, 8 unanswered goals in 2 matches. Third round, they gave KFC Trinity Challengers United 11-0. 11, a whooping 11-0. And in their fourth game, they gave Rivers of Living Water another 11-0. So that's 22 goals in their last 2 matches and 30 goals for the season so far, scoring heavily. But we have had some other heavy scores, because Trans Global Engineering, the Eagles, they gave 607 Construction Lodge a whooping 8-0 in their first match, and Trevor Fates and Associates Molyneux Pit Bulls, they gave 607 Construction Lodge Patriots another 8-0. So Lodge taking on 2 8-0s, and they haven't had an answer to that as yet. So a lot of goal scoring in the first division. On Monday 17th, there was a doubleheader, and Fast Cash Saddlers United, they defeated 607 Construction Lodge Patriots 5-2. The good thing about that is Lodge Patriots scored 607 Construction Lodge Patriots. That's the first time they've scored for the season. They got an 8-0 from Date Bay in their first round. Then they took on a 7-0 from Skelett Garden Hotspur's second match. They got an 8-0 from Molyneux in the third match. And now they got a 5-2 from Saddlers. So a lot of positive things happening. 2 positive things as a matter of fact. One, this match against Saddlers, the fewest goals have been scored against them, 5, and 2. It's the first time they have scored a goal, and they scored 2. Trans Global Date Bay Eagles, Trans Global Engineering Date Bay Eagles, they put down KFC Trinity Challengers 7-0. They too have been having some good runs, scoring quite a bit. They defeated Lodge 8-0, as I mentioned, first round. Second round, they defeated the Cable 3-0. Third round, Trans Global Engineering defeated Connery Fireballs 6-0, and now another 7-0. So they too are scoring a little bit on the heavy side. And I don't know if the strikers are better, the goalkeepers are not so good. I'm not certain. However, a lot of goals scoring. But it is always said that persons go to the park, go to football matches to see goals. That's what it's all about. And speaking of that, a suggestion is being tossed around to encourage more goals scoring. Before I get to that point, it is being said that the attackers, they are getting bigger, they are getting stronger, they are getting quicker. So it means then that fewer goals are being scored. So somebody somewhere is suggesting, I think it's actually, is it Buffon? Buffon, who was a goalkeeper, he's saying to assist with more goals being scored, make the goals a little bigger, a little wider, a little higher. Right now, the goals are 8 feet high and 16 feet across. They're saying make it a little bigger and up. So give them a better opportunity to score. Who knows? Maybe somebody might start to say, make the penalty mark a little closer to the goal. I don't know. That might be something that may come up later on. But we will have to wait and see how that works out. And it may be possible FIFA might decide to put that into play at some competition on a trial basis and see how it works out. And I don't know as yet, because the way the system works as well, whatever continental association, whoever plays, they make recommendations and they go to FIFA's technical committee. And when they meet in March each year, they look at whatever proposals and then they are implemented from the 1st of July. However, if it's a World Cup year, then they'll be implemented from the 1st of June because World Cup is normally in June. And there were some 4 recommendations, I understand. I don't agree. One, someone is saying I have the goalkeeper hold the ball for 10 seconds. The law is right now, the goalkeeper, once he gets the ball, he controls it with his hand, he's holding it. He or she will have to get it out in play within 6 seconds. Whether you kick it out or you put it down on the ground, but once you put it on the ground, you can't take it up. Increase that to 10. I'm not so sure in favor of that. Because if the ball goes to the goalkeeper, I don't know. For the benefit of supporting my argument, I'm going to use 30 times. If each team send the ball back to the goalkeeper, put it back so the goalkeeper can hold it 30 times in a match, that's 60 times. 60 divided by 10 seconds each time, that's 600. 600 seconds. 600 seconds, that equates to what, 10 minutes? So that means the goalkeepers would have the ball holding potentially for 10 minutes, reducing the play from 90 to 80, and FIFA is already wanting more playing time. I am not so sure I'm too in favor of that. Another one is when the referee makes a decision, he goes on the speaker, his headphone, and he basically explains his decision. Whether it's certain decisions, I don't know. Key decisions, I don't believe in that at all. That is going to be extremely problematic, and I believe it could end up with chaos and confusion. Just my humble view, and I believe that can get violent as well. But we'll have to wait and see. Those are 2. I'm not remembering the other 2 at the moment because the intention was not really to bring them up and speak about them tonight. But that is something we're going to have to wait and look. There are 2 matches happening this evening. One would have already started, and it's about nearing completion. So I should have the results before the end of the show. Connery Fireballs International. They're coming up against Skellig Garden Hotspurs. And those teams, I'm not so sure how, especially Connery Fireballs, they have been doing. They played 3 matches before. This is the 4th round for the first division. Connery Fireballs, they actually won from the bottom of the table. They've played 3 matches and they have a perfect record. Yes, they do. They've lost all 3 matches, which is a perfect record. They've scored 1 goal and they've given up 15, so they have a goal difference of -14, and they're still on a comb. They're yet to get a point. And they will be coming up against, they are engaging Skellig Garden Hotspurs, and Skellig Garden Hotspurs, they are 5th. They are even Steven. They have an even Steven record. They've played 3 matches, they've won 1, they've drawn 1, and they've lost 1. So equality straight across the board. Some may say consistent, I'm not certain. They have scored 9 goals, given up 3. They have a goal difference of +6, and they are 5th in the table with 4 points. Coming up at 8 o'clock, Unicomer, the Cable Galaxy, which is, put another way, Trafalgar South Stars. Well, actually, they're village, but the club is South Stars. They've drawn 1 match and lost 2, scored 2 goals, given up 15. They have a goal difference of -13, and they are in 8th with 1 point. They are coming up against the Trevor Freights and Associates Molyneux Pitbulls. And I don't know if Molyneux Pitbull going to find form, bite up, bark up. Maybe I hope the bark might be more than the bite, I don't know. But Molyneux, wow, they're doing well. By their standards, they are 4th in the table. Yes, it's early days yet. However, they are 4th. And they too have had, well, I wouldn't say mixed fortunes. I would say consistent for want of a better, or equi performance. That's a better word. They've had equi performance. 3 matches, winning 1, drawing 1, losing 1. They've scored 10 goals, which is a fairly decent amount. They've given up 3. They have a goal difference of plus 7, and they have 4 points. I made a prediction last year, and I think I need to repeat it this year. It wouldn't surprise me. Or let me put it another way. I am expecting Molyneux Pitbulls to be in the final 4 for the first division this year. I've been watching them over the past few years. A few seasons ago, they weren't showing up to matches. They were losing big, getting a lot of heavy defeats, 6-0, 8-0, etc. And for the past few years, they've been tightening up on that. Last season, I think they came about 6th, and they were 10 teams in the first division. And I'm making a bold prediction that I expect them to be in the final 4 for the first division for this season. I think they have what it takes. Apparently, they have a lot of new blood, young blood coming in, and different coaches, and their energy, it is high. After 3 matches, and they are 4th. And the first match, that was a drawn match against Spurs. The second match, they lost to Sadlers. The third match, they gave Lodge an 8-0. So they're now engaging in their 4th match. And Skellig Garden Hotspurs, I spoke about Newtown. 2 teams were relegated from the Premiership last season automatically. The number 10 team, that is the team that came last, and that was Trafalgar South Stars, and the team that came 9th, which was Skellig Garden Hotspurs. Both teams have been relegated to the first division. And by virtue of that happening, I'm not certain how many persons realize that has left just 1 team from Bastia in the Premiership. All the other teams are, right. Would it be right to say rural? No, I don't think St. Peter's would be considered rural. That's just on the outskirts. But there's only 1 team from Bastia in the Premiership, Rams Village Superstars. All the others are from the rural districts. We have St. Paul's, Old Road, Bath out of Nevis, Mantab, Mansion Tabernacle region, Keon. Did I mention Old Road? Security Forces, which is police-based. Maybe some army men fire in it as well. Connery, Rams Village, and Jones Group Sandy Point. So those are the teams in the Premier. And while we are talking about the Premier, if we look at the recent matches, a lot of action happening. And we're going to go through, after these, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back. However, let us finish up the results in the Premiership that have been played. On Friday 14th, SL Horsford's St. Paul's United, they put a 3-1 beating on Bath United. And St. Paul's, they were coming off against a loss, not big in terms of goals, but in terms of the team that won them, Jones Group Sandy Point, beating them 3-2. Jones Group Sandy Point not doing tremendously well. So they came with fire in their eyes. That's on Friday. On Saturday, Keon Rockets. They're going on bad this season. Well, before I go there, let me say St. Paul's, they won the President's Cup on Sunday 16th February. They are the defending league champions from last year. Old Road, they won the FA Cup, which is the Knockout Cup. So both of them contested for the President's Cup, and Hartsford beat them 2-0. St. Paul's beat them 2-0, that is. First match, St. Paul's beat St. Peter's, the Battle of the Saints, the Battle of the St. Peter's, 3-0. Second round, Rams Village Superstars gave St. Paul's a long 1-0, a very long 1-0. Kimari Rogers, I think, scored in the 5th minute. So they had an 85-minute long 1-0. That 1-0 is what you call really soaking. It's soaking. So they lost 1-0 to Ramsville Superstars, their second game. The third game, Sandy Point beat them 3-2. The fourth game, they defeated Tropical Blossoms Hot Springs 3-1. Azul Keon Rockets, they have been working some magic. They defeated Old Road 2-0 in their first game. In the second game, they defeated Development Bank 2-0. In the third game, they defeated Rams Village Superstars 1-0. And the fourth game, they have defeated Sandy Point 3-0. So I'm going to refer to the points in a minute. Sandy Point, they have lost 3. In the first game, they got a half a dozen from Rams Village Superstars 6-0. In the second one, Bath gave them a 2-1, a little 2-1. In the third game, they defeated St. Paul's 3-2. In the fourth game, they lost 3-0 to Keon. Old Road, they lost 1-0 to Connery, and that was the feature game on Saturday. Connery, Sol Island Connery, they defeated Security Forces 2-0 in their first match. In their second match, they defeated Mantab 5-2. They gave Tropical Blossoms Hot Springs Bath a 2-1 in their third match, and in their fourth match, they defeated Old Road. Old Road, on the other hand, in the first game, they got a 2-0 from Keon. In the second game, they defeated Elko Limited Security Forces 3-0. In the third game, Old Road, where are they? They gave Mantab a 6-1, and then taking on a 1-0. Now, on Sunday, the last two games, Rams Village Superstars, they were all over Security Forces 4-0. They have had mixed fortunes. Well, Security Forces, their fortunes have really been consistent. They've lost all the matches, and maybe I should start with them. They got a 2-0 in the first round from Connery. In the second round, they got a 3-0 from Old Road. In the third round, they got a 3-0 from Development Bank St. Peter's. In the fourth round, they got a 4-0. So somewhat consistent, not for the best reasons. Rams Village Superstars, on the other hand, they were 6-0 winners over Sandy Point in the first game. In the second game, they gave St. Paul's a 1-0. The third game, they lost 1-0 to Keon. The fourth game, they came back and they defeated Security Forces 4-0. St. Peter's, Development Bank St. Peter's, they gave Mantab 5-0. Mantab getting a licking and keep on coming by. I don't know when the beating going to stop. However, Development Bank St. Peter's, their performance over the season so far, losing 3-0 to St. Paul's in the first game, losing 2-0 to Keon in the second game, coming back in the third game and winning Security Forces 3-0, winning 5-0 over Mantab. Mantab, well, they've done everything else except win. In the first game, they got a 5-2. In the second game, they got another 5-2. Well, the first game, they got a 5-2 from Bath. Second game, they got a 5-2 from Connery. In the third game, I could safely say they lost. They got a 6-1 from Old Road. And in the fourth game, they got a 5-0. That is Mantab. Now, if we look at the points quickly before we go to the break, and I'm going to tell you who is where and how and when is what. In the should I say the number 10? I'm saying cooling out, chilling out in the bottom position. In number 10, we have obviously Mantab. getting all kind of blows, all kind of licks. No disrespect, actually, eh? And they've played all teams have played 4 matches. 4 rounds have gone. They've lost all 4. They've scored 5 goals, which is something of a good thing. They've given up 21. They have minus 16, so they are yet to score a point. Mantab, they are on a comb, as we say colloquially. Security Forces, they have suffered the same fate, except 2 things. They haven't scored a goal as yet, Security Forces, and they've only let in 12. So they have a goal difference of negative 12. They are also on a comb. Sandy Point, they've won 1 and lost 3. They've scored 4 goals, given up 13, scored a goal difference of minus 9. They have 3 points. 4 teams on 6 points. Bath United in 7th, winning 2, losing 2, scoring 9 goals, giving up 8. They have a goal difference of 1. They're on 6 points, obviously. St. Peter's, they've scored 2, they've won 2, scored 8, giving up 5. They have a goal difference of 3. St. Paul's, same 2-2, winning 2, losing 2, scoring 8, giving up 5. They have a goal difference of 3. And in 4th, Old Road Jets, winning 2, losing 2, scoring 9, giving up 4, having a goal difference of 5. Village, they are 3rd, winning 3, losing 1, scoring 11, giving up 1. They have a goal difference of 10. They are on 9 points. And at the top of the tables, 2 teams are tied on 12 points. The slimmest of goal differences separating them. Connery, they've won all 4 matches. They've scored 10, and they've given up 7. So they have a goal difference of 7 plus 7. Keon Rockets, on the other hand, not scoring as much as Connery. They've won all 4 matches. They've only scored 8. But Keon is the only team up to this point in the Premiership that no team has scored on as yet. So they have a goal difference of 8. It's going to be, it may very well be different come weekend. And before we go to the break, which will happen immediately after I give you the upcoming games, on Friday 28th at 7 p.m., Azul Keon Rockets will be coming up against Tropical Blossoms Hot Springs Bath United. On Saturday 29th, Mantab and Sandy Point will lock horns at 6:30. At 8:30, Rams Village Superstars and Soul Island Otto Connery will tackle it out. On Sunday, on Monday 31st, 6:30 p.m., Elko Limited Security Forces and SL Horsford St. Paul's United will battle it out. And at 8:30 p.m., Development Bank St. Peter's and Montreal Farm United Old Road Jets, they will square off. As a matter of fact, let me go through those games again. On Friday 21st, Mantab, they will be coming up against Rams Village Superstars. And all these games are played at Warner Park. On Saturday 22nd, 6:30, Tropical Blossoms Hot Springs Bath United will come up against Montreal Farms Clean White United Old Road Jets. And at 8:30 in the feature match of the doubleheader, Development Bank St. Peter's will lock horns with Soul Island Otto Connery. On Monday 24th, Sandy Point, Jones Group Sandy Point will tackle Elko Limited Security Forces. And in the feature game on Monday 24th, what do we have here? SL Horsford St. Paul's United and Azul Keon Rockets will battle it out. So those are the fixtures. And in terms of the first division, the upcoming games, I don't think I give you that. So let me do that now, please. On Sunday 23rd, KFC Trinity Challengers United versus Kellett Garden Hotspurs. On Tuesday 25th, Molyneux. Spurs game, that is at Sunday game, is 3 p.m. On Tuesday 25th, Molyneux. Trevor Freights and Associates, Molyneux Pitbulls, will tackle Connery Fireballs at 6 p.m. 8 p.m. MBT, Mother Becky T's, Fast Cast Saddlers United, and Honda Newtown will battle it out. That should be a good match. Wednesday 26th at 6 p.m., 607 Construction, Lad Patriots will be coming up against Unicoma, the Cable Village, Galaxy, and Rivers of Living Water will square off with Trans Global Engineering, Deep Bay Eagles at 8 p.m. and that is at Wednesday 26th. So those are the matches for the Premiership as well as the Division 1. So let us go now and take a break. Stick and stay. Don't go away. And remember, you can call into the program at 466-0989 or 662-0989. You can WhatsApp me if you care to, and make a suggestion, make a recommendation, and of course, come on board as a sponsor. Stick and stay. Don't go away. We will be right back. Do you want to know what's happening in sport? Tune into On the Ball, a weekly tour show which is on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Bif Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball. We are not ready to slip off of the local scene as yet. As a matter of fact, we are transitioning to cricket. Currently, there's a big 60-20 competition happening, and we are expecting a call at about 8:30 tonight to give us some information on how things have been going with that. There was also a Masters Tri-Series 2025 tournament, and that had a few teams participating. There was the Nevis Masters, the St. Kitts Cricket Masters, Hoboken Masters, they're out of the US, and in the first match, St. Kitts Cricket Masters versus Nevis Masters, that was played at all the matches were played for that first round at Warner Park. Game 2, Hoboken Masters, they lost to Nevis Masters. Game 3, St. Kitts Cricket Masters, they defeated Hoboken Masters. Those were played at the Violet, VOJN, Violet O.J. Nichols playing field over in Nevis. St. Kitts Cricket Masters defeated Nevis Cricket Masters in the first game. And in the fifth game, Hoboken Masters lost to Nevis Masters. The 3, that was at the Connery Cricket Ground. St. Kitts Masters defeated Hoboken Masters. Hoboken really get a beating, boy. And Nevis Masters, St. Kitts Masters versus Nevis Masters. Nevis in the finals, actually. St. Kitts Cricket Masters versus Nevis Cricket Masters. Nevis Cricket Masters won by 2 runs, 1-2. We say congratulations to the Nevis Cricket Masters for winning this tournament. And in terms of key performances, the old warlord, the old veteran, Stuart Williams, he scored an impressive 165 runs in the tournament, and as a result, he was named the man of the series, the tournament MVP, 165 runs. There was an outstanding performance from Anand Bim, and there were quite a few sponsors. I like the ideas with the sponsors. And the St. Kitts Cricket Masters, they're thanking the ground staff, Scorers, Umpires Association, Ministry of Education, the caterers, and they're also extending thank you to Department of Sports, Nagico Insurance, St. Kitts Cricket Association, Colors Duty Free Jewelers, BT Duty Free, Corey Wholesale, Shelder Webster Roberts, Jatin Patel, Blue Water Safari, Islander Boat, Jam Welding, Hand in Hand Security, Trans Global Engineering, I Love St. Kitts, Carry Breweries as well. And these made the tournament possible. And I really love the idea with sponsorship, because most, if not all, things cannot happen without sponsorship, participation from the corporate community. I encourage you to come on board, and we do need sponsorship here, not only for the On the Ball program every Tuesday, but even for the WINN FM Sports, which forms part of the major news package, which is heard at 6 o'clock p.m. in the evening daily, and also a repeat at 7 o'clock the following morning. So give us a call, 466-9586, and our marketing department will be able to come up with a plan of some sort, come up with a package to have you satisfied, or you can WhatsApp me, 668-2055. And you can call in, ask a question, make a recommendation, make a suggestion. Give me a call, 668-2055, or you can send me a WhatsApp message. Let us go across quickly to basketball. And actually happening tonight at Dorset Park, SL Horsford St. Paul's Tough Nuts. They battled it out at 6:30 p.m. actually, with Youth and Sports Raiders out of Nevis. And the game in progress right now, Achievers Sports Club Wolfpack Juniors and Rams Sandy Point Fruta Falcons, they are battling it out over at Dorset Park. On Thursday, 20th March, there will be a doubleheader also at Dorset Park. Easy Access 869ers Juniors, they will be coming up against ASC Wolfpack Juniors, and ASC Jayhawks Juniors, they will tackle Rams Hitters Juniors at 8 p.m. both matches at the Dorset Park. That is basketball. Did we? No, we haven't done dominoes as yet. But let us go to Guijo's Bar down in Old Road, Station Street to be exact. And they recently had the Montreal Farms Domino competition. Now, stemming from that, they are having a Super 6, as they call it. And this is the Old Road Rum and the Jungle ATV Bike Tours sponsored Super 6 Domino Tournament. And that started on Sunday, 16th March at Guijo's Bar in Old Road. And that is where the top 6 teams from the competition, they're battling it out. There were 8 teams, so 2 went home until next year. In the first game on Sunday, the War Dogs, they were really more bark than bite. They just barking. And Fire Kings, they were able to burn them out, burn them down, whatever the case was. Fire Kings won that match 14 games to 9. Pink Boss Production. I like this game. I don't know what it stands for, but I like the name Pink Boss Production. They came up against MOTA, M-O-T-A, Masters of the Art. I like that as well. A very, very, very extremely close game. And the difference was just by 1 match. MOTA, Masters of the Art, they won 13-12. They defeated Pink Boss Production 13-12. Now, if it's one name I like, is this name. Tiller Marnin. Not morning, you know. Marnin. M-A-R-N-I-N. Tiller Marnin. They and the newcomers battling it out. But something, I don't know, something didn't happen or something happened. It's either Tiller Marnin team drop sleep or Tiller Marnin take too long to come. Maybe Tiller Marnin ain't reached up to now, I don't know. But perhaps Tiller Marnin came too swiftly, poof, like that, poof, and Tiller Marnin was gone. Because they lost to newcomers 13 games to 9. I perhaps need to go and look at this domino. Because the sponsors, each team was presented with 1 pack of Old Road Rum, dominoes. And they were giveaways by the Old Road management team. Players won packs of Old Road Rum dominoes, and they also won Old Road Rum. So maybe I need to go down. I wonder if it's too late for me to join a team. And, of course, the organizers, they congratulate and thank all the persons who showed up, because it's really all about you. You make it successful. Tonight, Tuesday night, the 18th, the games are continuing also at Guijo's Bar. That's the venue in Old Road, Station Street, Old Road. And they started at 7 p.m. till the morning. And War Dogs, they're going to face each other. Newcomers will tackle Pink Boss Production. Fire Kings and the Masters of the Art will battle it out. And you're not too late to go down. It's like 20 minutes past. You can get in a few games of dominoes still. They're going to 13. And so go on out and support the domino down at Guijo's Bar. On the local scene, we've touched football, we've touched cricket, we've touched dominoes, we've touched track and field. We also touched basketball. Netball, I think that's going to start somewhere down the road. We have to touch base and find out what's happening with golf. And we are expecting a call to tell us about the Big Six T20 competition that's happening right now. The finals actually will be on Sunday. And tonight, who we have playing tonight? We have Young Guns. They are tackling Maximum Strikers. That match started at 6:30 p.m. at Warner Park. On Thursday, 20th March, Wally Sports Management will be coming up against City Sunrisers. And once those last 2 matches are played, The number 1-4 team, the number 1 team will play the number 4 team, the number 2 team will play the number 3 team, and that is on Saturday 22nd. That's 2 semifinals, and then the final is on Sunday, March 23rd between the 2 winners. So a lot of cricket happening in St. Kitts. A lot of cricket have been happening, and a lot of cricket happening. And I'm hearing a talk about some youth tournaments, West Indies youth tournaments may be held here. I haven't seen anything official as yet. However, I'll keep you informed about that. Now, where are we going? Let us go to, well, we're going to go over to the regional scene and all kind of things happening here on the regional scene. Dr. Kishore Shallow nominated unopposed as President of Cricket West Indies to serve a second time. Coming out of St. John's, Antigua, Cricket West Indies is pleased to confirm that Dr. Kishore Shallow has been nominated unopposed as President of Cricket West Indies to serve a second consecutive term. Vice President Asim Basarat has also been nominated unopposed. The last time there was some issues with Basarat having to resign, and he won again, and it's nice to see he's in unopposed. The term will officially commence on March 29th, and that is next week, Saturday, 2025, at CWI's annual general meeting in Antigua, where the organization is headquartered. It would have been nice to have the headquarters for Cricket West Indies here in St. Kitts. If that will ever happen in future, I don't really know. This would mark the second successive election in which President Shallow would be elected unopposed, reflecting the confidence and the support he continues to receive from the cricketing fraternity across the region. His nomination was put forward by the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board, TTCB, and the Leeward Islands Cricket Board, LICB. Vice President Barat's nomination came from the Jamaica Cricket Association, JCA, and the Windward Islands Cricket Board, WICB, reinforcing the broad-based support for the leadership team as they continue to drive the development and the progress of West Indies cricket. President Shallow expressed gratitude for the continued trust placed in him, stating, I quote, "Being unopposed for a second term is a strong endorsement of the leadership and the direction we have taken at Cricket West Indies. It speaks to the level of confidence in our vision and the progress we have made in stabilizing and advancing West Indies cricket. Now we must build on that progress." Makes sense? Staying focused on the task at hand and not allowing ourselves to be distracted from our ultimate goal. We are one in purpose, working together for the betterment of West Indies cricket. I understand full well the responsibility that comes with this position, and I remain committed to upholding the highest standard of professionalism and good governance. I want to sincerely thank the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board and the Leeward Islands Cricket Board for their nomination, as well as all our stakeholders for their continued support. It is truly humbling to serve in this capacity, and I do not take this trust lightly. And end quote. In terms of the Vice President Barat, he echoed similar sentiments, saying, I quote, "It would be a privilege to continue serving as Vice President of Cricket West Indies. The passion and the dedication of everyone involved in our cricketing ecosystem inspires me every day. As we seek to embark on a new term, I am committed to ensuring we continue to make decisions that benefit our players, fans, and the future of West Indies cricket. I thank all our members for their confidence, and I look forward to working together for the betterment of the game," end quote. President Shallow and Vice President Barat unopposed nominations were confirmed on February 27th, 2025 at the close of the nomination period. So congratulations on behalf of the management staff of WINN FM 98.9, as well as the board of directors, and yours truly, the sportscaster for the evening news and host of On the Ball. we congratulate you, Mr. President and Mr. Vice President, and wish you tremendous success in this new term and extend the best wishes to you. And of course, Dr. Shallow, he could be getting into politics as well, because there was some discussion about him being nominated, and he checked it out, and he said he doesn't see anything that is preventing him in the, what was the word he used? Basically, rules and regulations, the laws, the documents, the constitution of Cricket West Indies, to prevent him from taking part in these on the political landscape. And if we go still in cricket, still on the regional scene, Republic Bank and Cricket West Indies launch third season of 5 for Fun cricket program down in Georgetown, Guyana, in a continued partnership between Republic Bank Financial Holdings Limited, RBL, and Cricket West Indies, CWI. The two entities, along with the Guyana Cricket Board and the Government of Guyana, officially launched the third edition of the eagerly anticipated Republic Bank 5 for Fun cricket program on Thursday, 6th March at the Hardmanston Lodge in Georgetown. The program is set to engage both male and female primary school students between the ages of 8 to 12, a grassroots program basically, in formal cricket coaching and the fundamentals of the game. 75 primary schools. Wow. 75. Yes, you heard me right. 75 primary schools are scheduled to participate from Demerara, Essequibo, and the Berbice in this fast-paced, exciting cricket format. Players will represent their schools in several rounds of friendly cricket matches that promote fun, speed, energy, teamwork, and uncomplicated rules. The program not only gives children the opportunity to play the game, but influences the integration of life skills and early foundation athletic development of participation. So this, I think, is an excellent game. And it would be nice if we were to get something like this in St. Kitts and Nevis. Of course, we don't have 75 schools. I think between us we have 30-something primary schools and a few high schools. Last year's round-robin nationals saw St. Teresa's Primary, the Berbice champions, Sparta Primary, Essequibo champions, and Lenore Primary, Demerara champions battle for top cricket honors. St. Teresa's Primary emerged as champions and will defend their crown in this year's edition. So that is wonderful stuff. I like this idea. I really am hoping that we can get to this point in St. Kitts and Nevis sometime in the very near future. And speaking of cricket, the Jamaican government, they gave the Jamaican female cricket team $400,000. Jamaica, they were defending champions for Cricket West Indies' CG United Super 50 Cup, which is a 50 over limited, 50 over cricket limited overs. And they were the defending champions from 2024, and they actually came third. But they got $400,000 from the Jamaican government. I like that, and I'm hoping that not only our government here in St. Kitts and Nevis, but other governments as well, would take up that sort of example and do that for cricket, for table tennis. And I must push a plug for table tennis, of course, as the president of the St. Kitts and Nevis Table Tennis Association. And if you're interested in your child or children, or even you, playing table tennis, give me a call, send a WhatsApp to me, 668-2055. But it's nice when the government can do that, and I encourage them to do that. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go for a break, so stick and stay. Don't go away. We will be back for the last lap in just a bit. Do you want to know what's happening in sport? Tune in to On the Ball, a weekly tour show which is on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Bif Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On the Ball with Troy Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball. We are back here at On the Ball, WINN FM 98.9. I thank you very much for being with us. And it is our duty to bring the sports to you from wherever it is happening. We talk local sports, regional sports. And when we say local, not only St. Kitts, we bring sports from Nevis as well. They're part of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Regional sports, international sports, and we also bring you different genres, whatever you want to hear: football, cricket, basketball, table tennis, all of these things we actually bring to you. And let us stay on the local scene still. The King's Baton Relay. That is happening. It's historic. Before it was the Queen's Baton Relay when the Queen was alive, but she's no longer with us. So the King has taken over. So let me give a little preview to that. For the Olympics, dating back way back when there was a Queen's Baton Relay, which goes around the world and gets back to the Olympics for the opening ceremony. The Commonwealth Games. Something similar is happening with that. And because the King is around on this occasion, it is called the King's Baton Relay. Not the Queen, the King's Baton Relay. And it's here in St. Kitts. It came in on Sunday. On Monday, the 17th, there was an official handing over ceremony at Government House when Her Excellency Governor General de Marcella Liebert, she handed over the baton to Mr. Dennis Freddy Knight, President of the St. Kitts and Nevis Olympic Committee, and he in turn handed it over to an athlete, Mr. Sinclair Hodge. And it was a wonderful ceremony. And of course, Mr. Knight giving us some background to the Commonwealth Games and a little history. He indicated that when we started, we actually took part. We went to, where was it he mentioned? But then the countries there, they were supporting the black movement, so they decided to boycott it. So they spent all that money to go to wherever, only to be there and nothing happened, because if the government says we are boycotting, then we have to boycott. And but what was a touching thing, there were two honorees, Lappy and Wincy. Well, actually, Vincy, the correct names are eluding me. Both of them were honored by the St. Kitts and Nevis Olympic Committee for their longevity and contribution to track and the field. And it was a nice little ceremony. They were given a nice little plaque by Governor General Dame Liebert. And that, for those who may not know them, ever since I was a little boy, I've been hearing about Wincy and Lappy. They were cyclists. And they went to the first Commonwealth game in 70-something. Was it in Ottawa? I can't remember. And we were told of the story where the bikes they went in, you're carrying up your bike, you're going to compete in the cycle racing. When they got there to be told, hey, these bikes can't use, these bikes are not for the bike racing. So then they had to get new bikes, and nationals in Canada, I think it was in Canada, they picked up some funds and they helped them to get the bikes and equipment. And so much so that just the two athletes went. No management team, no manager, no coach, no anything, because the funds just weren't there. However, they appointed somebody from in Canada to be the manager. I would have done that. That was a good move. So we've been with the Commonwealth for some time, and the Commonwealth would be countries that would have been governed by England at some point. Even if you took your independence, St. Kitts and Nevis, even if you're a republic, Dominica, Trinidad and Tobago, etc. And there are games. They had some challenges. It was to be held in Australia, and it's going to be held in 2026. However, Australia couldn't handle it for whatever reason or reasons. And I think a country came up and said yes, but they decided no in the end. But Glasgow put up their hand, and Glasgow said, yes, we can do it. However, with the short time to go, we cannot have the regular 26 games. We could only cut down to 10. And so Glasgow, they're doing a shortened version of it. And I could understand. It's better to have 10 than not have any at all. So Glasgow would be holding it. And we are fortunate. Well, the baton came up in Cardiff Games in 58. And we are fortunate to be the second country on the relay. The first was in Trinidad and Tobago. It was there last week, the latter part of last week. And from Trinidad and Tobago, it came to St. Kitts. And it's going to move around to the Caribbean and then goes to Africa and heads its way back up Europe, etc., until it gets back to Glasgow in time for the opening. And there was something unique about this, apart from being historical. It's the first King's Baton Relay. In the past, the physical baton was transferred from country to country. However, on this occasion, you're getting your own baton, which you keep. And the Olympic Committee, they're currently working on a museum. So no doubt that baton will be there. And as part of the ceremony, the action happens in Nevis tomorrow, Wednesday the 19th. And it's a two-part event. There's going to be a ceremony, of course, and then they're going to have some games with some primary school children, old-time games. And then there's going to be, on Friday 21st, a beach cleanup. And those events form part of the program for the King's Baton Relay. It is expected when it goes to different countries, you do certain things to make sure that you celebrate it. You have some activities for it. And that would be what St. Kitts and Nevis would be doing. And we try to get the call from the cricket. That didn't materialize. But what I can tell you, if we could look at some football results that came in. In the match, first division match, Connery Fireballs International versus Skellig Garden Hotspurs. Skellig Garden Hotspurs, they were 3-0 winners over Connery Fireballs. It was 0-0 at halftime. And in terms of the goals, Rakil Allen, he scored in the 62nd minute for Skellig Garden Hotspurs. Thelson Chumney, he netted in the 79th minute. And in the 85th minute, Racine Thomas put a bulge in the old onion bag to not only give Skellig 3 points, but to also give them the victory and 3 goals. And I'm looking to see if by chance I got the other the other match. I haven't gotten it as yet. It's probably going on still, yes. So, Skellig Garden Hotspur is picking up 3 points, which is a good thing. And in terms of basketball, excuse me. Excuse me. That was a call of nature. When nature calls, nobody could do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So I had to respond to that call of nature. And we're trying to get some results here for basketball. On the 15th of March, Youth and Sports Raiders, they defeated AFC Wolfpack 82-17. 82-17. That's a beating. Where's Larkin's song Stop the Beating? For Youth Sports Raiders, Yadel Wilson 17 points, 16 rebounds. That is a double-double. Tiziquan Wade, he also had a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 13 points for Jalik Tyson. Abijay Nyudari had 12, and Kyron Brandy, he had 10 points. For Wolfpack, ouch. Double ouch. No player got into double figures. Zai Hutchins 6 points, Javalde Casey 5 points, Freme de la Cruz 4 points, Ephraim George 2 points. The player of the match, Udell Wisdom of Youth and Sports Raiders, 17 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Also on the 15th, ASC Jayhawks Juniors, they defeated Easy Access 869ers 88-43 for the Jayhawks. Donique Osborne, he had a massive game-high 54 points. Jazane Hodge, a double-double, 13 points, 14 boards. Vanje Connor, he whipped 7 boards as well. And for 869ers, Jamalik Batcher, 12 points. Sandra Montaz, 10 points. The player of the game, Donique Osborne of ASC Jayhawks, 54 points, 7 rebounds, 9 steals. And on the 16th, we had the Sandy Point Fruta Falcons in a relatively close game, edging out Rams Hitters Juniors 72-79. For the Falcons, Makari Gums had a triple-double, 18 points, 20 rebounds, and 13 blocks. Kevon Bedford, he had a double-double for Sandy Point, 22 points, 12 rebounds. Calvon Warner, he also had a double-double, 11 points, 11 rebounds, with Denwai Williams having 22 points. For hitters, Shema Sider had a game-high 37 points. Jaheim Bridge, a double-double, 20 points, 12 rebounds. Javian Brumbill, 10 rebounds. Jaden Ogaro, 11 rebounds. The player of the match, Makari Gums of Sandy Point, Rams Sandy Point Fruta Falcons, 18 points, 20 rebounds, 2 steals, 13 blocks. Actually, my apologies. He had a triple-double, 18 points, 20 rebounds, and 13 blocks. And just a reminder that the games continue on Thursday 20th at Dorset Park at 6:30 p.m. Easy Access 869ers versus Wolfpack, ASC Wolfpack. At 8 p.m. ASC Jayhawks, they will be coming up against Rams Hitters. That's on Thursday 20th at Dorset Park. On Saturday 22nd at the Grell Hall Stevens Netball Complex over in Nevis, Youth and Sports Raiders will take on Easy Access 869ers. So go on out and support basketball. And before we run off the scene, let me just give you the points table to date. In the 7th position, ASC, that is Achievers Sports Club Wolfpack. They have played 8 games, lost 7, forfeited, well, actually lost 8, 7 on the court and they forfeited 1. They have 5 games remaining and they have 7 points. Easy Access 79ers, they are in the 6th position. They've won 1, lost 7. They have 6 remaining. They have 10 points. St. Paul's Tough Nuts Juniors, not doing the well, the Tough Nuts. They are in 5th position. They've only played 7 matches so far, however. They've won 2, lost 5. They have 6 remaining. And they have 11 points. On 18 points, we have Rams Hitters Juniors in the 4th position, playing 8 matches, winning 5, losing 3. They have 6 remaining. And 3rd, Youth and Sports Raiders, who are on 20 points, winning 6 of their 8 matches, losing 2. They have another 5 remaining. And 2nd, ASC Jayhawks Juniors, they've played 9. They've won 6, lost 3. 5 games remaining, 21 points, just 1 point ahead of Youth and Sports Raiders in 3rd. Out front, Rams Fruiters Sandy Point Falcons. They've played 8 and they have a perfect record because they have won all 8 matches. They have 6 remaining. They have 24 points. And that is the points standings in the St. Kitts and Nevis Amateur Basketball Association's 2025 Junior Leagues. And these points are as of Sunday, 16th March. So I encourage you to go on out and support the youngsters, support basketball, and tell the youngsters that, hey, you appreciate what they are doing. And quickly before we wrap up, there is a story I wanted to mention, and that is about West Indies cricket as well. West Indies Breakout League protected players confirm. The West Indies, they are going to be having a breakout league. And that West Indies Breakout League to launch in 2025. On March 14, St. John's, Antigua, Cricket West Indies and the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League CPL are jointly launching the inaugural West Indies Breakout League, a new cricket tournament designed to spotlight emerging talent across the region. The competition is scheduled to take place from 25th April to 10th May 2025, featuring 6 teams and 17 matches. All the games will take place at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad and Tobago. The 6 teams taking part will be the Barbados Pelicans, Guyana Forest Rangers, Jamaica Titans, Leeward Islands Thunder, Trinidad and Tobago Legions, and Windward Islands Infernos. Players eligible to participate must be under 30 years old at the start of the 2020. Let me go over that again. Players eligible to participate must be under 30 years old or at the start of the 2025 event with limited professional experience. That is, fewer than 40 list 80-20 matches and fewer than 10 international T20 matches. This initiative aims to bridge the gap between domestic CPL and international cricket, with each team closely associated with their local territorial board and the CPL franchise. The tournament will provide a crucial platform for the next generation of T20 stars, allowing them to showcase their skills and take significant steps in their career. And the fixtures, quickly, the 25th of April at 2 p.m., Guyana Rainforest Rangers versus Windward Island Infernos. At 7 p.m., that same day, the 25th, Trinidad and Tobago Legions will tackle Barbados Pelicans. April 26th, the next day. And let me put this in a little more perspective. The 26th is a Saturday. So Friday 25th, April. And Saturday 26th, we'll have Jamaica Titans versus Leeward's Thunder at 2 p.m. At 7 p.m., Trinidad and Tobago Legions versus Guyana Rainforest. On the 29th, they're taking a break. The 27th and the 28th, coming back on Tuesday the 29th. Jamaica Titans versus Guyana Rainforest Rangers at 2 p.m. And at 7 p.m., Barbados Pelicans versus the Windward Island Infernos. The playoffs will happen on 9 May, where the second will play the third. And in the 10th May, the final, the first place versus the winner. And I think this is a tremendous idea, an excellent idea. I was actually hearing a talk about having a league created to more or less, well, let me start a different way. For the Olympics coming up, we cannot play as the West Indies. We have to play as individual territories. Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, Barbuda, Barbados, etc. And I have heard a talk that there will be a format, a CPL format, a special CPL, so to speak, that allow this to happen. And I suspect, I haven't heard much about the details and the selection. Perhaps ICC may say the top 6, with the Olympics, the top 6 ranked T20 clubs plus one from the Americas, one from Asia, etc. I don't know how they're doing. I'm just thinking. And if that be the case, then all of us in the West Indies will have to play against each other, and we cannot play as St. Kitts, or we can't play as Nevis. It has to be St. Kitts and Nevis. And for that to happen, there has to be a St. Kitts and Nevis Cricket Association. I gather that no talk has happened along that line as yet. The Olympics, that's 2028 in Los Angeles, so we're talking 3 years. We still have time for that. So I heard they may have been that because the Patriots cannot play. That's a franchise team with players from all over, except St. Kitts and Nevis, actually. So all Guyanese would have to play for Guyana, all Kittitians and Nevisians would play for St. Kitts and Nevis, etc., etc. So we will have to wait and see how that works out. And with the same league, they have some protected players. Leeward Islands, Jeremiah Louis, Casey Carty, who is 27, Jeremiah Louis, who is 28, Casey Carty, 27, Kofi James, 27, Kareem Ogo, 26, Michael Louis, 24, Joel Andrew, 18, Micah McKenzie, 18, and for the Windward Islands, Daryl Cyrus, 28, Shadrach Descartes, 27, Shamar Springer, 27, Alec Athanaze, 26, Dylan Douglas, 26, Teddy Bishop, 26, Akeem August, 21. So those are the players who will be up for these teams, and I like this idea because our current stock will be retiring shortly somewhere down the road. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the end of the On the Ball program here at WINN FM 98.9. It was indeed my pleasure to be with you once more Tuesday night. I thank you for joining us. I invite you to tune in again next week, Tuesday, the same time next week, Tuesday the 25th, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., where we will discuss, present results, have some discussions. We are having a guest, a journalist from within the Caribbean region. So we hopefully that we should have him here with us, not in person, but have him via the technology. And we encourage you to come on board and be a part of the sponsorship team, sponsor the program. And to do so, please give our marketing department a call at 869-9586, or you can call yours truly, Troy Bif Mills, 668-2055. It was indeed a pleasure being here with you. I thank you for taking time out to be with us. I invite you next week once more. However, before I leave, if you're celebrating birthdays, happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy birthday in advance, happy anniversary in advance. And again, the Kings Baton Relay, the cleanup on Friday, tomorrow, Wednesday, in Nevis. So come on out and support the events. I encourage you to be patient. If you're not patient, you may end up being a patient, and it could get worse, of course. And I admonish you to always be positive in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions. Thank you for listening.
To WINN FM 98.9.
WINN FM 98.9.